Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. Oh, crap. You're gonna die there? Wait, you can't die. You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but... yeah. What the... What is he doing now? Your Honor, got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? Well, you swallowed may have had poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination. So it would seem... No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. Like, if there's trace amounts, it'll make him feeling a bit ill maybe later, but not now. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. You fool. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Miss Fay. Totally slipped my mind. I'm really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? The day I met Dr. Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. You didn't think this was pertinent to tell us sooner. At all. Like, really? She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. I pushed him that day. I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but... I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor! This is... The defendant is... Miss Fay. You tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? You put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, and there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing... It was to kill someone. It was going to be Phoenix, right? Phoenix Wright? Right? Miss Fay? If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. Something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore... Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? Let's go with my hunch there. And there was only one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was... Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. I'm literally charging it. Oh, Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring it to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true. He could have died. Pheonix, what a joke you are. Oh my. Honestly, how can anyone ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne? It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where is your evidence? It seems your snivelling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well... Hey, old man. Are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? with absolutely no proof. You treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murder. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. I can't let her get away with this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No. You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Grey? Oh. Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible! You can't possibly... Stupid woman. It is the opinion of the court that there's already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one. You are unable to establish her guilt. Then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor. I could just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. That's the case, and the poison was probably in there. Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. Well, it'd be in there then. Like, the way she said in there, it's like, that's the only thing where it's like, that's something he would have, and it'd be in there. So like, somewhere in there is a poison tablet or something, I imagine. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine. Does our rocky defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of that accident. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. No, tablets. After all, it was the victim Doug swallowed that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant. Yes. And she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of a panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes. She disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes. That's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the, desperate one, as you put it. So, Miss Hawthorne, it's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Just imagining in her head being like, shit. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Oh my. Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? Bloody hell. That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being. Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay? Why? Yes. I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Phew. It's finally all over. So this is clearly going to lead to something later. Like, we're obviously coming back here for a reason. It's not just a tutorial. It's like, this is going to be relevant for a case later, probably the last one, so we have to try and remember certain things, like the fact she called her Grey. I feel like it's going to be very significant, so I'm going to hold on to that thought. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier. Could have sworn you said... There, it's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Ooh, that's coming back to bite you, mate. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, and here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? There goes his hair. My beautiful hair, no! Oh dear. I was wondering if that was going to happen. Mr. Payne? About Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor? Is it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Payne. This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true. My dear Dolly. Very well then. I believe I am shut up! I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay! This court is adjourned. April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 3. Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe you think you could stop talking about them? It's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I knew could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something? Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright. For your own sake. Yeah. Alright. It's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. If I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble. Right? Mr. Wright. I'm still new at this myself. But that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay. I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off, I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Pheonix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. There we go, episode 1. Turnabout memories complete. And obviously, we use that as a good stopping point. And we'll be heading back to the... What is going on here? Like, what's the thing with the moon in the top left? There's some crazy stuff going to be happening here, isn't there? I mean, it's Phoenix Wright. It's part of the Yakuza universe. We know this at this point. It's like that was confirmed on Discord. We got that fine because at one point Phoenix Wright did actually represent Majima in court. It's not a joke. That actually happened. So it makes sense that they're in the same universe. You know, like who else would turn up? Majima, of course. Kind of want to play that game because obvious reasons. But anyway, so that's us done for this part. So in the next part, we'll be heading to episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. Ta-ta for now.